Okay, I'm going to call the St. John Township Board meeting October 14, 2025 at 6:03 p.m. and stand to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mike, can we do roll call?
Yes. Lisa Elder.
Present.
Mike Quigley here. Eric Stanich.
Present.
Kathy LaRue. Adam Sevia. Here. Also joining us are Tom Van Fleet, Steve, and Missy Michalak from Lake Hills Fire Department.
Okay, we're going to start with our reports, the fire department reports, and we're going to start with Lake Hills Fire Department August and September 2025 financial reports, your September 2025 calls and EMS reports.
Okay, we'll have our sheet for the last month. 53 calls for the month. We're at 521 total calls for the year through the end of September. Right now we're at 550, so we're chugging along. Mutual aid, St. John, Cherville, Crown Point, Maryville started using us this month. We've been there a couple times.
Maryville did?
Mm-hmm. Maryville, yeah, we've been to Maryville a couple times for ambulance.
What do you mean Maryville started using you like?
We were doing fire with them. They started using us for mutual aid for the ambulance. We usually just do fire with Maryville, but when they get 5 even calls, they started looking for mutual aid, and they've been calling us more.
And then that is what comes under with EMS.
Yeah, it'll be on next month's report. This month they started using us for the ambulance.
So, but my question is then that's where you start to bill people?
We bill all the time. For our residents, it's a resident fee. For out of area, there's a non-resident fee. So we always get the billing. If we take the patient, we get the billing, not other departments. It's like that with St. John Cherville. So that stays with us. We did have our own fire this month at the church next door. Lake Hills Baptist, the church on the side of the building caught on fire.
Sure, I think,
I saw that.
wasn't it the like steeple or the cross?
No, it was the cross on the side of the building. It ended up being deemed electrical undetermined. The cross is backlit. So they're thinking maybe a bird or something built a nest, and it just finally got to the point where it ignited.
And ironically, the roof was just put on like 3 days prior.
Really?
Thursday, the steeple was on the ground
Yes.
in the parking lot getting cleaned, and Friday morning, they were all done and gone. That was the first thing they looked at, because we told the inspectors it was under construction,
Right.
but it had nothing to do with it. It was all separate. The circuits were always in the wall and went down. So, yeah, that was first thing in mind, was did they hit something when they were working?
Yeah, that's what my thoughts were.
But,
Seeing that birdie cross and then
And then,
no damage to the inside.
okay. And then Chief Adams told me St. John was out there.
Yeah,
Were there other departments too?
8.
Oh,
So with a church, we've got churches, those are considered target hazards. So the box card is a little more expensive on the first alarm. So it was us, St. John, Cherville, Dyer, Maryville, Griffith, and Crown Point.
target hazards as far as.
Because it's a bigger building. It's a bigger open building.
I see. Okay.
So we bring more in. We had 2 towers and a ladder truck there in case it did get crazy, because I'm just surrounded, drowned it. But we got a pretty quick response and knockdown on it. So it started a little bit in the eve, but.
Do you know who called it in first?
We had, Jose said 3 people come running into the station because the doors were open. Said, hey, the church is on fire. And then,
Because I saw the smoke, but I thought it was a truck that was diesel. And I'm like, this is weird because how could he have that much smoke, but I couldn't see the fire?
there were a bunch of calls too. So on top of the people who came into the station, there was a handful of calls that came in, said church is on fire. But it started and ended pretty quickly. So. Saved the building.
I know, I didn't have anybody's number to call, but I called him, he's like, mind your own business.
Well, the phones went off and she opened the front door and went, oh yeah. So I got done with.
Yeah, I was on my way to work and I was like, something's not right.
So Chief Adams was on his way to the fire station when the tones dropped. Instead of turning left to go to the station, he turned right and came to help. So,
Well, that's good.
yep, it turned out well. The end result was good.
Yes.
Minimal damage. So
That's good.
exterior. So, other than that, everything's going pretty smooth. Still got the 3 rookies in class. They're about almost, I think that's another month and a half, and they'll be done. They'll be certified firefighters. So, other than that, everything's going pretty good.
But how was the open house?
Open house was pretty good. It was busy. A lot of people came to see us. Had a couple new things this year. Treasured Friends brought some cats and stuff. They said they want to come back next year. Did some car seat safety, CPR table. Had a firefighter from Porter County with his dive gear for the dive team showing stuff. So it was pretty good. Yeah, we had extrication. Stan's brought us a car to cut up.
Nice.
So,
And Cassie LaRue had a table.
yep.
I apologize, I wasn't there. I
Sorry.
was a little bit myself
You
under
were there
the
in
weather.
spirit.
I know, and I know Denise had it covered well. so-
Yeah, she did. She did awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all in all, it turned out really good.
Yeah, it was busy.
We actually ran out of food this year, like an hour before it was over.
Oh, yeah, it
So,
was really busy.
yeah, there was a lot of people there. Worked out good.
Financials, you gave the August one and from last time.
The August one, we have the checking, the savings, I was having trouble with, and the printer wasn't working today, so I couldn't get it done. So we've been having printer issues at the station. Everything looks good, we're moving along. At the open house, we did get a donation prior to open house for money to get food. We got the same donation last year, which was great. And then the amount of donations we got at the open house covered all of the food and items we needed for the painting for the kids on the pumpkins. So everything got covered, which is very nice.
Nice.
We will be purchasing headsets for this month or next October or November. So we're going to be using our leftover the savings account. We'll be using money from the savings account to get that because that's money from our last fundraiser letter. And then our fundraiser letter will be going out in November as well, beginning of November. So, and what were we asking for that one?
For the headsets. But we're gonna pay for it up front.
Oh,
There's a
right,
price increase at the end of the month, so we're gonna prepay.
right.
So the headsets are for part of PPE when we're driving. You wear the headsets, you can hear each other. You can talk to dispatch through the microphones, but all in all, it's to block out the sirens and air horns and such forth. So it's a hearing protection thing. So we've been wanting them for a while, and latest technology. We've got friends at the Maryville Fire Department, they just put them in their trucks, and myself and Assistant Chief Mahalik went out to the Maryville Fire Department and they demonstrated them for us. So they're wireless. Get away, we can get about 250 to 300 feet away from the truck and still be able to talk to dispatch. That's mostly for the engineer on the truck, the operator, because they stay with the truck and they can hear radio traffic when we're talking back and forth. So it's an all around decent thing, because the trucks are loud when we're pumping too. So they'll have them on the pump panel. Trying to help with hearing protection, because it's a pretty noisy job.
We did get one of the trucks back from being serviced, so we'll be getting the bill for that, and then we have the other engine and the tanker going to be going in to get service as well, so. So there'll be some.
Well, and you seem like, things are going well. As far
Everything's
as
going well, yes.
overall, your cash available by the end of the month. Yeah.
We're very pleased.
So can I ask where, I know next month, if you could give an update with a picture of the new ambulance and such for the board?
Oh,
To see.
The rendering,
Yeah, the rendering
Oh,
of
yeah,
it, and
absolutely.
give them an update on it, that would be
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
Because I know I was able to see a rendering, and I was at their last meeting with an update. But I would like that, to present it to the board
Yeah,
next month.
we had a couple more emails after we had talked to you. There was a couple things to hammer out with the center console in front of the truck, but all that's hammered out, we signed, and they're gonna start production soon. We should have it in June, what they're telling us.
So yeah, if you could plan to do that, just bring the rendering to present to the board,
Absolutely.
that'd be great.
Okay, I'm going to accept the Lake Hills Fire Department August and September 2025 financials and the September 2025 call and EMS reports from Lake Hills. We also have Dyer Fire Department's third quarter report. I'm going to accept that as a matter of record. No one here to speak. Next, we have our Sherrill Fire Department 2025 third quarter report from Chief Bob Patterson, and I'm going to accept that as a matter of record. And then the St. John, I don't think I have.
You don't, because Fire Chief Adams said that they are still having issues
Okay,
with their software to print off the reports.
so I'm going to table the St. John Fire Department 2025 third quarter report till next meeting, once they're able to finalize their software. We're going to move on to the trustee report. Kathy?
I don't really have much to report, except for this month is busy with the fire department open houses. So I was able to, every open house, we have a table and we hand out some treat bags. We participate. So the first weekend was Sherrill Fire Department, and then St. John, they have a combination of police and fire. And so I was able to go to that. And we had a table there. And then, like I said, last weekend I was sick, so I wasn't able to make Lake Hills. This coming weekend is Dyers. And we also have on Saturday, Red Knights and Chopper Coppers are having their toy drive, and they start here, and they make a monetary donation and toys for our client Christmas party. So that'll be Saturday. And then the following Saturday, the 5th is the Safety Village trick or treat. So we'll be helping out with that as well. So it's a busy month, October.
I did attend the St. John Fire open house.
Oh, you were there.
I was there most of the day in the morning. I think you and I just passed
We
each other
must have
literally.
just passed. I do have to say, I got to sit in the sheriff's helicopter.
Well, my husband got to ride in the fire truck, and he's wanted to do that for 56 years, so he finally got to do it.
Well, there you go.
I have no idea. He was riding backwards, got a little nauseous, but that's okay. 56 years, it's done. We're all good, you know. My granddaughter was, but that's all right, we're all good. So it was a good time. I'm sorry, I missed you, but that's all right.
But that's it. I don't really have anything much to report right now.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to the attorney reports. Adam?
I actually have nothing to report. It's been a quiet month.
Okay. Board reports next. Anybody from the board have anything to say?
No.
Okay, we are gonna move on to our old business. We have our approval of our September 16, 2025 board meeting minutes. Can I get a motion to approve?
Make a motion for approval of September 16, 2025 board meeting minutes.
Can I get a second?
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0. We're gonna move on to new business. First one is gonna be our township assistance reports for September 2025.
So although the numbers they don't look, they look lower,
They do.
I'll tell you what, we are hopping, just busy constantly. You know, Sandra's sitting back there, if she wants to add anything, but we are busy. The township assistant staff, let's put it that way.
You're probably gonna get busier as the months move forward.
Yeah,
Yes, usually happens. Great job, Sandra.
they do a great job.
They do.
When you sit here and say, it's been a quiet day, we only had a few food pantries and just, another, someone that came in and, you know, I mean, when you sit there and you say, "What, it's just a quiet day," it says something,
And we
and
started-
difficult.
The planning for the Christmas party, we started that already.
Oh, that's right, and the Christmas party, which is going to be the second Saturday of December. So they've already started with that, got the letters out to the clients. So
That's that date.
busy,
Second Saturday, the
yes,
14th.
yes.
13th or the 14th?
I think it's the 13th.
I think it's the 13th. Please tell
Oh.
me that's what the date was at.
I'm sorry, 13th.
Yes, 13,
Okay.
We're good.
yeah. But anyway, they do a great job. I'll tell you what, things, again, I say it before, but it's so different. And when they have to sort through, and it's not just simple bank statements, and it's this cash app with this app and trying to put the puzzles of the pieces together, they do a fabulous job.
Almost like detectives.
They are
Yeah.
truly investigators.
Okay, so I'm gonna accept the township assistant reports for September 2025 as a matter of record. We're gonna move on to our township financial reports, September 2025.
I don't really have anything to point out unusual on any of this.
I love how this cheesy picture is gonna be in the township minutes now.
What's that?
This picture on the Centier page is what he's talking about.
Oh,
Very
the
happy.
bank.
Nice interest earned this period.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
Again, if you look at the difference between Trust Indiana
Yeah,
and the bank, it's amazing.
it is. Okay, I'm gonna accept the township financial reports for September 2025 as a matter of record. We're gonna move on to resolution 2025-11, resolution for appropriations and tax rate for 2026.
So, this is not the correct one. I'm gonna have to go get the corrected one. This was one that was was originally, downloaded, and, I saw that the public safety amount was not on there, and the senior transport was not on there, nor did the resolution have its number on there. So
Is it in the file? on
it is in
computer?
the file,
Okay.
Sandra.
Okay.
If you could print that off, and I'll go over it just a little bit. Thank you. This was the first one that was downloaded. So this is part of the budget season, that, the final step of the budget. We had our public hearing at the September 16th, 2025 board meeting. And we had the public hearing on the proposed 2026 budget. Obviously, there was no citizen input at that time, as the minutes reflect. So we had to have a period between the public hearing and the board adopting the budget, because you need to have at least 10 days in between to allow for remonstrances regarding the budget. We have received none at all in any form, whether phone, email, nothing. We haven't received any remonstrances. So once the board approves this, once you get the corrected copy, you approve it, and we will be able to get this submitted to DLGF, Department of Local Government Finance, and then just wait for them to give the 1782 notice regarding whether or not they're approving all or part of the budget. And again, the adopted levy under general includes that excess levy appeal. All of the documents have been submitted to DLGF. I confirmed by our representative that they were received. So they'll review this with our budget, and we will receive a notice, like I said, 1782 notice. Usually we have it by the end of this, by December sometime. Got it?
No, the one that was in there.
What's that?
The one that was in there.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect, yep. So if you see the difference between the two that I was pointing out, it had no resolution number on it. And when you look down to the public safety and senior citizen transport, that is not a fund that is reviewed by the DLGF. It's considered what's called a home rule. It's not a fund that they review or approve. But you still have to list it. And so you'll see that your original form did not have that on there. And then there were two questions at the bottom that were not checked on the one that was the original. I don't know if you have any questions about this. Otherwise, you're just looking for a motion and a second and a vote.
Make a motion for approval for resolution 2025-11, resolution for appropriations and tax rates for 2026.
Second that motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. We are going to move on to citizen input. Any citizen input? Last call for citizen input. Okay. Any and all other business may become before the township board. Anyone? Okay, our next scheduled meeting of the township board will be held here Tuesday, November 25th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.